In this segment, I want to just show very, very simple technique that you can do to manage pain and stress of various types, various causes. Stress is stress, right? When the body reacts to stress, you're looking at a change in heart rate, you're looking at a change in circulation, usually. And this tool, the theishin tool, this is a very high quality, very nice theishin. Okay, I've made available to you other very simple models. I get this made by a jeweler here in Guatemala, and I like these. I use these with students and professional practitioners, but you don't need anything as fancy as this. Any tool, and if you don't have one, you could use a big pen, a ballpoint pen, if that's all you had. But just by pressing points on certain areas of the body, you can have a big, big effect on your nervous system. Now, when you find these points, you know it. So let's just cover a few areas here that are really, really kind of universal for people dealing with all kinds of garden variety stress, possible pain complaints. The unit that is available to you and that is referenced in the book on auricular therapy, that's ear therapy, is one of the most effective, most user-friendly things that you can learn and adopt. You could treat yourself with a lot of these points using theishin. Theishin in Japanese means pressure tool, in case you're wondering. And just treating yourself, you can get a lot of good effects. It is often better to have somebody else treat you, so you could just have a loved one treat you as well and grab the theishin and just kind of cool things out when the day is over and you're back from work or whatever it is that you've done. And if you have a pain complaint, you can also very easily diagnose and treat using theishin with some pretty good effects. It's not a magical cure-all, but it is very often useful for things like headaches, knee pain, back pain, things like this that you can treat just using simple focused pressure with the theishin. So there's other videos that you see, so if the point location isn't exactly clear, don't worry about it. Go to the other videos. But let me just demonstrate for you here. If at the end of the day, I had a particularly stressful day, I'm going to be looking for points perhaps in this area of the ear. This is called the antitragus notch, right? And so I'm pushing down on the floor of the ear, as it were. It's very tender. Right? The ear, the concept in auricular therapy is that the ear is essentially a map of your whole body, much like in reflexology, foot reflexology. You can treat any part of the body by massaging a given corresponding part of the foot. So this point in the ear corresponds to basically the base of the brain where the pituitary and hypothalamus sit, two of the bigger endocrine glands, two of the bigger glands that influence your endocrine function. Well, when you're stressed, your endocrine function is all out of whack. So you get insomnia and upset digestion or rampant hunger. These kinds of signs and symptoms are very common to stress, and you can calm this down simply by stimulating this point on the floor of the ear. And when you find it, you'll know, right? It's very tender. Okay, if I wanted to treat the point that corresponds more or less to the liver, right, it's up here, if you can see. All of these points are easily, I'm treating these because they're very tender on me right now. This is very commonly what shows up when I'm stressed, and I'm doing a lot of work right now, so this one's tender, there it is. You sometimes have to feel around for it before you get the reaction. Okay, and I could treat a variety of other points. Now, all of these points are very well located in the other video, but I'm showing you how quickly and easily you can treat with this. What other areas of the body would be well treated with theishin? Bony, shallow points, points with where the bone is very close. Obviously, something that's a very thick muscled area or anything on the body, let's say a forearm or a thigh or something like this, it's not going to react well to theishin, right? That's better for massage and even for acupuncture. But let's say I had a headache here on top, in the parietal region or even in the vertex area, right? I very often get pain in the head. You can find the exact point, and when you press it, you cause a reaction that really takes a lot of pain out of the head. Now, it can be a very strong, uncomfortable reaction, but the relief comes as soon as you're done with the treatment. And even just treating for a few seconds here. Let's say we had a frontal headache, right? There's a good point here between the eyes. You can just treat based on where you react. Here, over top of the eyes, very often, if you get one-sided headaches, there it is, right? This is a major acupuncture point, acupuncture channel point. this tool can be used even by people who don't really know what they're doing in terms of having studied medicine or professional holistic kind of practice. But we do make a lot of that material available to you. So if it's interesting to you or you have any interest in that, you can also get the auricular therapy course through this training program and add that to your skill set. It's a wonderful way to take care of your loved ones and also for self-care as well.